Happy day, everyone. This is Becky Toviz, and I am the Crafty Chamarita. If you're wondering why everything looks different, it's because I am traveling. So I'm currently in San Diego instead of being on Guam. And I missed my last live because I was traveling. And since the kitties are not in the house, they're at a kitty party. I have two grandchildren under the age of 5. And I decided today would be a great time to do a makeup live session since I wasn't able to join you last Friday. And I wanted to show you this kit because it's a great kit. It's called Pop-Up Pals Kit. There's 4 cards in there, but each one of the cards is a pop-up. So that means when you open it up, it pops up. But when I did it, I was making some mistakes the first time I did the kit. So I thought this would be a great live to kind of go through it with you. And so if you decide to get this kit, you can avoid some of the pitfalls that I made. Okay. All right. So let me first show you what comes in the kit. So it comes with all the materials for the 4 cards, and then it has these punch outs. So these are the things that you're going to put on your card, and none of them are stamping ones. So you just have to punch it out. It looks like I didn't punch this one. This is the English one, Have a Magical Day. So I know I'm going to get it for, I'm going to need it for one of my other cards. And then if you notice, they also come in other languages, right? So if you want to make them in the other languages, I think there's German and French in here, then you can make them in German and French. Okay. All right, let me move this aside because I'm not going to need this anymore. The instruction booklet is so critical when you're making this kit because it really does have very helpful information. And without it, I'm sure you could figure it out. But if you're like me and I get frustrated really easily, the instructions were a lifesaver. All right, so let's start with the first one. As you can see, this one is going to be a monkey. I forgot to mention, it also comes with tear and tape, right? So in the parts where it requires tear and tape, I'm going to use it. But otherwise, I'm going to use my Tombow glue because, you know, as I mentioned before, it is my adhesive of choice. So when working on this card, you're going to need these pieces here. So you're going to need the card backing that has the bananas, the punch out, It's Your Birthday, and this is going to be the card front that's going to go here. And then the punch out is going to be the monkey. Okay, so I'm going to do the punch out part first so that everything is still flat when I work on it. Okay, and so the inside of the card looks like this, and this is so handy. I swear, Stampin' Up! Is so brilliant when they put these things together because these markings here show you what parts are going to be adhered to the card. This is another thing to keep in mind. The font was so small on this, I had to ask my daughter to read it for me because I couldn't read it. So over here, it'll tell you whether to make it a, see, I'm putting it up close to see it, to make it a mountain fold or a valley fold. Now it looks like this is in, that's why I couldn't read it because it was in another language, okay? So mountain fold means you're going to fold it like this. Valley fold means you're going to fold it like this. Okay, so let's take out our monkey. And if you, it tells you exactly where to glue and where to fold. So here's our monkey here. We've got the banana on the right-hand side. And then it'll tell you to put the tear and tape here on these 2 sides. So that's what I'm going to do. The great thing about the tear and tape is really you just tear it. You don't need scissors, and this is pretty strong. So it'll keep your pieces in place. So you're going to put the tear and tape in these 2 pieces. Now if you notice here, it has a red line. Okay, right over here. These are 2 red lines. So that means they're going to be mountain folds. So that means I'm going to make it so that it looks like a mountain. This one is also going to be a mountain fold. And then this one is already folded for you because it comes like that. And then these 2 over here are going to be valley. So you're going to fold it so that it looks like that. Just going to fold it to the line. This one is also going to be another valley. That's a valley. What else do I have to fold? This one is going to be another, no, this one is going to be a mountain. So I'm going to fold it this way. And then I'm going to fold it this way. And I think I've gotten all the folds. All right. And I just want to make sure that this is folded the right way too. Okay, and I'm going to move this aside. And so what's going to happen is you're going to match up the pieces together. Very ingenious, right? That's the easy part. So I'm just going to put this down here. Match it to the spot on the card. Easy peasy. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. Okay, this hand is in the wrong spot. And it's going to get folded like that. So when you fold the card, it's going to fold like this. And then when you open it, it's going to be a pop-up. Cool, right? So cool. And now I'm going to put on the front pieces. The front pieces are definitely the easiest things to put on when you're working this card, when you're doing this card. I know that nobody is watching live because most of the people who watch are live on Guam. And right now it is, let's see, it is 8:30 in the morning on a Monday. And where is everyone? They're at work. Okay, now I could see here that I put the glue a little bit too close to the edge and I don't want it to ooze out. So I'm just gonna use my finger and move it aside. And then I'm just gonna place my card front like that. Okay, let me wipe that. Good thing I have some paper towel here. I'm just starting and already I've got my fingers full of glue. Okay, and then the sentiment for this is, it's your birthday, go bananas. If you wanted to, you can even put this on dimensionals. I forgot to take mine out, so I'm just going to put it on regular glue. And if you don't have your glue, you can just use the tear and tape, which is what the directions tell you to do. Now, normally when I'm at home, I have a glue holder, and I don't have one here. So I'm using my hairspray cover, but it doesn't have the double thing in the inside, so it doesn't quite keep it upright. So it's not as effective as I want it, but it works. It works sort of. And there's our first card. So that one is done. It's your birthday, go bananas. Ta-da! Love it, right? Okay. All right, so let's go on to the second card. I think this is the one that was giving me a lot of problems. And I hopefully won't make the same mistake as I did the first time. All right, so let's go through and look at the directions. And it tells you here where to put the tear and tape. So if you look at it this way, okay, I think when I did this before, I put it on the wrong side. Okay, so it's going to go like this, and then this is going to be mountain. So you're going to fold it like that. And then you're going to put the tear and tape behind it. And these cards are so perfect for children's cards. And I don't know about you, but gosh, you know, there's always children's birthday parties to go to. So in fact, as I mentioned earlier, my grandkids are at a kiddie birthday party right now. So when I leave San Diego, I'm actually going to leave these cards with my daughter-in-law because they go through a lot of kiddie parties. You know, when you have kids that age, you tend to go through a lot of kitty parties. Okay, so this part gets folded down. And then we're going to have the horns. And the horn is, I mean, sorry, this is not the horn. This is going to be the nose. So this is going to be a mountain fold. And we're going to put the tear and tape on that side. Yes, it does matter where you're going to put the tear and tape. So if you're not sure, always refer back to the directions, because they will give you a really good illustration of where everything is going to go. I made that a little bit too long, so I'm ending up having to overlap it. Okay, and then we've got another piece that looks like that. What is that piece? Am I missing that piece? It's a good thing I didn't throw anything away. Or is that for the greeting? I think that's for the greeting, so I'm not going to worry about that. Because I think I punched out everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is for the greeting. So I'm not going to put, this is the one I was looking for, because in the picture it looks like this. And I'm like, what piece is that? So I'm just going to put that on the side, and I'm going to wait until the very end to put it together. Okay. All right, so do we have all of the pieces glued? Nope. Now we've got the ears. So the ears, they're going to be valley folds. So you're going to fold it down like this and like this. Okay. And if you look at the picture here, this is where I messed up, because when I first did it, I put the tape on this side, on the front side, but it doesn't tell you to put it in the front side. It says put it on the back side, the blank side. So I'm going to turn it around like this, and I'm going to put the tear and tape there. I actually worked on this when I was at my last kit cafe. So I took it along with me, and I thought, oh man, I'm so glad I got this kit. You know, sometimes you buy these things and you don't expect it. You know, yeah, you may not have high expectations of it, and then you make it, and then you're just blown away by it. This kit falls, I think, into that category, because I just really liked it. When I was all done, I was very pleasantly surprised. Sorry, that's my husband's phone. It keeps going off. He's charging it, and I don't want to stop. And you know what? See, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take his phone and stick it underneath something, so we can't hear the sound. Okay. All right. Let's do the folds. Okay, so based on the first one, this is going to be mountain. So you're going to fold it up so it's a mountain like this. We already, oh, you know what? This is not a mountain. I think I did a mountain, but it's a valley. So this one goes back like this. Okay. And are there any more folds? Let's go back to this one. This one is a mountain, so it's going to get folded like this. Okay. All right, cross my fingers. Okay, so we've got 4 different spots to glue things down. Okay. So this one is going to be the nose. You can tell if you're doing it right or wrong because of the way it's shaped. See, like this one over here, I did it wrong because it's supposed to be on this side, right? But not to worry, because, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I could just turn this around like this and then just fold it in a different way. So rather than mess up my my thing, I'll just turn it around, and then this is going to get folded, and it's going to go like that. Okay, so we're still good. Okay, so let's take this off. That's why I said having this piece here on the card base really helps us to know if we're doing it correctly. I like this kit so much I ended up ordering more after that first one that I did. I think the kids will get a big kick out of having something pop up right when they open their cards. Kids always go for interactive stuff. That always thrills them. Come on, thing. This is the one where it's overlapping, so. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it back like this, and I'm going to do it the semi-easy way. And kind of work it into the spot. Okay. I can already tell I'm doing this correctly because the last time I didn't do it like this and I had to keep adjusting and adjusting. So yay for me! Okay. And then this one here is going to go like this. So the ears part is what's going to keep this part up. Okay. If you're watching the replay, please leave a message so that I know that you caught me on the replay. There you go. Man, I tell you one thing I love about San Diego. The weather is gorgeous over here. So it's like 73, I think, today. And then the evening time, it gets down to the 60s. I love it when it gets down to the 60s. Okay. Oh, I think I did this wrong because I think this is, oh, there. It's supposed to show a little bit more. Is it because of my fold? Yep. My folds weren't tight. There you go. So when you open it up, it goes like that, right? Let me look at the picture. Yep. It goes like that. But this one's supposed to be down, going down. Okay. Okay, this actually is supposed to look like this. So this is the part that I keep messing up on. So it's supposed to go down like that. Okay. I have to go back and fix it because this part over here is just not sticking. It's not cooperating with me. Okay, I'll do that later. All right, so let's go ahead and fold this down like this, and it's put on the top. And just like I said with the other one, if you want to put this on dimensionals, you can. Or you can keep it flat. It's totally up to you. Okay, I'm going to adjust the fan here a little bit. I just talked about how perfect the weather is, but I closed up all the windows so that you don't hear the traffic of the nearby street. Hi, Treen. Oh, you are up early. I decided to go ahead and do my live right now because Rafi and Ella are at a birthday party. I told my husband, he's downstairs, I said, if the kids come home and I'm still doing my live, please tell them not to come up. Or give me warning so that I know how much time I have left. Okay, so this is the second card. I think without a doubt that second card is the hardest one to do. Okay, let's move on to the third card. It's the one with the doggy. these are the pieces that you're going to need when you're doing the doggy. Okay. If I sit down, can you see me in the screen? I hope not. Okay. And let's make sure that we put the tear and tape in the right piece. So this is going to be a mountain fold. So it's going to fold like this. This is also going to be a mountain fold. And you're going to put the tear and tape down here. Like so. Okay, what other pieces do I need to, that we've got the cat. So the cat, we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, it's gonna go like this and like this. These are all mountain folds. Sometimes it's hard to see the color. And we're gonna put the tear and tape in the two leg pieces. This one kind of curled, so I'm just gonna pull it away. Put that there. And I think that's it, right? Okay. And I'm gonna move this aside so I can work on the inside. This is how the inside looks. And then you can see which parts are going to be glued and where. Let's move this down a little bit. So these brown pieces here, this is where you're going to put the cat's, is it the cat's feet? Yeah, the cat's feet, but let's not start with the cat's feet. Let's start with the dog, and you are going to adhere it here. Okay. Oops. You just want to take off the backing, not the whole glue. You know, because I come to San Diego fairly often, I have a set of crafting tools and supplies here. It's not a lot, but it's enough to get by. So I don't have the complete set of inks, but you're going to see in my post for my Tuesday tip that a way of that I've gotten around that is to use my markers. And then I don't have a lot of blocks, so I just have this one. I took this one a while ago and I left it here because then I know no matter what stamp size I use, it'll fit in that block. Okay. And now we could do our cat. You just have to make do, right, with what you have. But I'm bummed because I don't have a good pair of scissors, and unfortunately, Stampin' Up! Announced that the manufacturer who makes our snips is no longer making it. So I don't have a good pair of scissors here. So I may just have to go on to Amazon today and buy some scissors. And this one, this is also going to be a mountain. You got to make sure that you have your folds nice and tight, because when you start to press your card together, you need it to fold the right way so it can close. Okay, and that's how it's going to look when it pops up. All right, so let's go ahead and close it. And we'll put on the front part now. Luckily for me, you know, my son has this desk. So we're actually staying in my granddaughter's room. And they have this desk here. So it helps to be able to craft in the room. so. And if I'm not mistaken, this was the same desk that I used many years ago when I was out here for about 4 months when my granddaughter was born. I don't think I ever told the story about that, at least not on my live. Okay. All right, this card is done. There you go. Oops. And the cap needs to be fixed. So just make sure that when you would hear it, I think I did this to one side, but not the other. I'm just going to use my other side of my snip to press it down. Hi, Lee. Thanks for watching. Okay, that's card number 3. And now card number 4 is going to look like this. Have a magical birthday. I was trying to look for a second where I put it. These are the pieces that you're going to need for that. And it's a unicorn. So when I made this card for Kit Cafe, my sister was telling me I should save it for my granddaughter's next birthday. And I said, that's a great idea. Okay. All right, so let's look at the unicorn. And we've got the unicorn and the wings. So this part of the unicorn is a valley fold. So it's going to go like this. The unicorn is facing to the right. Let me just make sure. And what is it? How does it look like in the picture? Okay, it doesn't have... Oh, there it is. Yep, the unicorn is facing to the right. Because when you look at it, it really just shows that it could go either way. But it's going to be facing to the right. Okay, so this is going to be a valley fold. And then this one is a little slit because you're going to slit the wings into here. And now let's do the wings. Okay, so the wings look like this. Okay, and this one is going to be a valley fold. So the part that has the fold is going to be on the left side because remember it looks the same. Hi Sandra. Yes, most definitely a different time. How's it going? It's going very well. But because my grandkids are at a party, a kiddie party, I thought this will be the perfect time to get on live so that I don't have kids coming in here and interrupting. It's great spending time with them, but they just love to play all the time. So I'm finding myself playing wedding. I think I played wedding with my granddaughter 100 times already. Okay. All right, let me just make sure I'm doing this the right way. All right, so it's going to go like this, and then we are going to put the tear and tape here. And here we go. And you're just going to use 2 pieces. So you're going to put one here. And another one here. So it might look like this kit is difficult to put together, and it's not if you just follow the directions. But sometimes I'm not very good at following directions, and that's why I make mistakes. So that's why I wanted to come up here and hopefully tell you guys about what I did so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Okay? All right. So now when you look at the picture, you're going to see the unicorn face the other way, right? That will help you to know where to put the glue. So I'm going to turn it the other way, and we are going to put the tear and tape on this side. So it's the part that has the fold next to it. So we're going to put one here. Thanks, Sandra. I am. You know, one thing about living away from my grandkids, it's like, even if I saw them back in April, you know, kids change so much and so quickly. So my grandson now is talking a mile a minute. I don't understand what he says most of the time, but he understands what he's saying, and it's my fault I can't understand him. So if you guys have 2-year-olds, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. All right. Let me make sure we're putting this down the right way. First of all, it'll help if the card is not upside down. Okay. Because I'm like, how come none of the pieces look like where it's supposed to go? Because the card is upside down, silly. Yep. So those of you who are in the Pacific Northwest, let me go ahead and give a plug in. There is an 81st Liberation Day event happening on July 26th in Snohomish, Washington. It's I forgot his name, something Willis Park. So if you can join us, it's going to be from 11 in the morning to 7 at night. And lots of great things happening there. And I'll be a vendor, so you'll get to see some of the stuff that I made and some of the stuff that, all of the stuff that I brought from Guam. Okay, so now where are we going to put the horsey? So the horsey is going to go up here, and the wings goes in the slit. So let me make sure I'm doing this the right way. Okay, right, because then you could see the part here, right? So my recommendation is put the slit in first so that you know that it's placed correctly. And then once you have the slit in, then go ahead and take off the tear and tape. I think when I did this, I didn't make sure that it was all the way in, so it was at a weird angle. And see, the same thing is happening. It moved a little bit. It didn't go all the way up there. So you have to make sure it goes fully in the slit, or else it's not going to place correctly. And then that goes down. And the tear and tape will keep it in place. Okay. So when I fold it, this actually folds down and in. Isn't that cool? Okay. I tell you, the front part is the easiest part to do in these cards. Obviously, the pop-up parts are the more difficult ones. But if you just follow the directions and follow the pictures, you'll be fine. And by the way, if you end up going to the Liberation Day event, I'll have these kits available. Yes, this is a cute card, and I think it's perfect for children. They will absolutely love it. And this kit is only $10 before shipping. So that comes out to $2, what, $2.50. $2.50 a card for this pop-up card. I tell you, you won't find this kind of card in the store for $2.50. Then you open it up and ta-da! Isn't that so pretty? So let me bring back the 4 cards that this kit makes. They're all kitty birthday cards. They're all pop-up cards. And they're so fun to make. And all of them come with this pretty envelope. Okay? So, you can either join me and get your kit at the Liberation Day event, or you can go to my store and you can order it. I think these are so cool, right? Well, anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the fact that you're taking some time out of your schedule, whether it's early Monday morning or it's Sunday afternoon or evening in the States. Have a wonderful rest of the day, everyone. Bye.